Alrighty. Okay, so good morning. So let's do this kind of day in the life, day of eating type deal as I'm doing this kind of mini cut thing. So I woke up probably 45-ish minutes ago. It's a little after 8 right now. First kind of meal-ish, if you want to call it that is actually a protein coffee that I do. And this is just my preference. And if you've watched any of my content, realize this is not the way, this is just a way, okay? And this does kind of rotate throughout the year. Sometimes I'll have a breakfast with a little bit more substance in the morning, but generally I like to do a protein coffee in the morning and have that get me till around 11:30, 12-ish, and that's when I'll do my first kind of breakfast meal around that time. So without further ado, let's give this a go. So literally all I'm going to do, Premier Protein, so obviously they have these everywhere, Costco, Target, grocery store, whatever. I usually do about half to 3/4, so this whole thing's about 30 grams. I'll weigh out, so I'll do about between 15 and 20 grams or so. So one shake is 11 fluid ounces. So let's go to like 7-ish here. So spin around. There we go. Okay. So what did I say? Already forgot. 11. So let's go about 7-ish here. Okay, so that's 5.38. That's fine because I have more and I will refill this coffee. But yeah, I do that and I throw some coffee in this bitch. And then sometimes what I'll add, and this just kind of depends on how strict I am with my calories, I'll add a little bit of creamer as well too. This is not needed, and I will absolutely take this out as my calories get more restricted, but this makes it taste a little bit better. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of creamer in here. And fun experiment for all of you that have never tried weighed out coffee creamer. Here's what I want you to do. Put in your normal coffee creamer, like put it on a scale, put in your normal coffee creamer before you look at how much a serving size is and see how many servings you use. It's pretty crazy. So I'm going to flip you back around. So this 1 tablespoon, 15 milliliters for 30 calories. So look at this shit. Look at this shit. ml, 15. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Well, you gotta see everything. Oh, holy, whoopsie. So literally, as you see, it goes really quick. I accidentally used 2 servings of that coffee creamer. So this is something I've seen people with like, oh, I only use a little bit. And I'm like, weigh it out and kind of see. And they're like, holy shit, I have 5 servings. I'm like, yeah, dude, I know. All right, so anyway, this is the first kind of meal of the day. Like I said, about 20-ish grams of protein in my coffee. I sip on this throughout my morning. I just enjoy this. Again, this is not the way. This is just a way. I like to keep it lean in the morning, meaning not much food in my stomach because I just find myself more productive and I have more energy. So yeah, I'll see you at meal number 2. Little update, it's about 9:41 now, finishing off the little rest of the coffee. Like I said, I just kind of sipped this for the first couple hours of the day. Finishing up some work, and then I'll go for a little walk here around 10:15-ish, try to get a good 5,000-6,000 steps on that first walk, and then I will be on to meal number 2, which is my kind of breakfast brunch, so stay tuned. Alrighty, okay, update. I am walking. It is 10:51, kind of getting to the tail end of my walk here. So I figured I actually just kind of jump in and freestyle a little bit about something that's on my mind. And that's going to be mainly for those that are having issues or just wanting to start creating kind of better habits, or just make progress towards any goal or anything that's kind of hard. And it's always funny, and I'm sure this is similar to most people that create content or whatever, but sometimes you definitely feel like a broken record and you're just kind of reiterating the same things. But I know there's always people that are looking for help kind of in this field or with this direction or whatever. So let's kind of jump into it. So I am walking, all right? This has been a staple in my schedule for years. Basically, generally, I don't know, 10:15, 10:30, I end up going for about a 45-minute walk. And this has basically become a non-negotiable for me. So I just want to kind of explain how I went about doing that and then give you a little bit of kind of tips and tricks to help any of you out there that have been struggling with this. So what I generally say, again, when it comes to accomplishing anything that's tough, and this doesn't matter if it's, I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to increase my activity, trying to learn an instrument, trying to learn a language, it doesn't matter. Attaching as much value to that as possible is always going to help. I mean, in my opinion, that's like just adding fuel, and sometimes could be adding rocket fuel. And the issue that I see is most people, they have maybe, one thing. Oh, I want to lose weight, therefore I want to increase my steps. And I'm like, let's dig a little bit deeper. Let's add some more value to that, because I think it's gonna help with overall adherence and consistency. So I don't want to make this a billion minutes long. I just want to add kind of mine. All right, so when I break this down, so let's take my walk. I have these kind of big pillars, and then I kind of branch from there. The importance, the why does that matter, etc., etc. So we'll break down a couple here. So just general activity, increasing steps, and then we branch off. So why is that important? Well, just for overall, just longevity. I think we've seen a lot of the research that people just generally live longer and feel better that are a little bit more active. So that could be one, putting life on your years on your life. Two, increasing activity will increase my caloric expenditure. It increases my output, so meaning I can enjoy food more. I am a big foodie. I love eating. I love drinking, all that stuff. So this helps me be able to fit this and have a better balance with that in my life. And then we can branch off into another one. I love this time for listening to podcasts, audiobooks, etc., etc. That's probably a majority of my podcasts are from this morning walk. And I have checked off a ton of podcasts and audiobooks from this. And it is just, in my opinion, it's just very, very valuable. I very much enjoy this time. This is also where I get my best ideas for different videos and content ideas like this. So there's another value. So I'll stop it here because we're coming up on 4 minutes, but play around with this. Again, attach as many of those as you possibly can and then branch out from there. Why? Why does that matter? Okay, those are the main things. Cool. I'll get back to all of you when I'm having breakfast in a few minutes here. And we're back. All right, had to do a quick run to Sprouts. It's 11:16 right now, and I'm going to start kind of prepping, making my breakfast. So I figured what I do to start is actually just lay out all the kind of raw ingredients to show you, and then I'll go through the whole process as well and just kind of fuck around with this and see what happens. So, spin you around. Okay, so raw ingredients here. We got 4 frozen turkey sausage. I'm going to defrost those and then just kind of saute them in a pan. These are my 2 sauces that I put on my bread. This is what I just actually picked up. Sugar-free. I'm a big kind of sweet and savory and spicy fan, so I add all these things, and it just helps to make it a little bit more moist. But I will rotate sauces, and I might manipulate these depending on how many calories I have available, etc., etc. As you'll see with things like this, I mean, it's 90 calories per serving, which is pretty heavy. But anyway, so yeah, turkey sausage. Here's my sauces. This is the bread I'm using right now. This is Keto Seeds bread. I get this from Costco. I'm not some keto advocate. It just has pretty damn good macros. Let's see here real quick. Put you down. As you can see, 45 calories a slice, 2 grams of fat, 11 grams of carbs, 10 of those is fiber, and 4 grams of protein. So pretty solid macros on these, and it's not too expensive as well. 2 eggs, and then I do a side of Greek yogurts and some strawberries, which is in here. And then depending on how sour this is, I might add a little bit, spin you around, I might add a little bit of honey to the yogurt as well too, but I'm going to try it first and just add whatever I need to make it not gross, because plain Greek yogurt is so sour in my opinion. So, all right. think we got it all. I'm going to double check all this stuff. But I think it's all here, about 600 calories, Chipotle bitchin'. Oh no, my eggs! I'm distracted. Ah! Oopsie. A little flipperoo. Alright. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, turkey sausage 4, keto bread, bitchin' sauce, 2 eggs, sugar-free strawberry preserves, Greek yogurt, and strawberries. I think that's pretty much everything for this meal. If I add in some honey, I will also add that. Again, I'm going to be throwing macros up on the screen. We'll see how this looks. I have no freaking idea. And then I will put a little video of the end result when it's all put together. All right, fam, here's the end result. It's a little messy, obviously, but we done did it. So yeah, breakfast sandwich here, yogurt and strawberries here. I've probably already put the macros up 9,000 times, but I will put them up somewhere again. Quick yogurt update. Tastes like fucking doo-doo, which I figured, so I will be adding some honey right now to it. So I literally just have the scale up on here, and I'm just going to add a serving, and I'll update my macros with that. More, and again, I could probably choke this shit down, but I have the extra calories to add in some honey, so I'm not going to. More power to all of you out there that can eat just plain yogurt. It tastes like fucking sour cream, which is nice because I add a little bit in my taco salad, which you'll see later. But man, it is so just, I don't know. So anyway, there we go. All right, update time. It is 1:33, and I'm gearing up. Got a little pre-workout here. I have an upper push day today, so I'm going to drink this guy down. I'll probably hang out for like 10 minutes. Man, this lighting is not the greatest. That's okay. Hang out for like 10-15 minutes. Let this kick in a little bit. And then I will be heading over to the gym. And I'll just go over real quick what the plan is for today with a subtle, slight, whatever, kind of explanation of what I'm doing. And then if I want to do a follow-up, or if you guys want a follow-up exercise on how I program pick exercises, I can do that. But let's just do it simple. All right, let me switch you over again. Okay. So here is my CoachRx app. So this is what I do my coaching through with my clients and also program for myself. So you'll see I am very, very flexible for this training block. And I did this specifically because I've been running into issues with just the machines. Like if I program a specific machine, say it's a hammer strength, whatever, incline, more times it's just taken. I don't even train when it's busy, but the gym I'm going to right now is just, unfortunately, it's small, it's crowded, machines are broken all the time. So I'm trying to stay very, very flexible. So again, this is upper push, chest, shoulders, triceps. I'm actually starting this training block with a lateral raise of choice. So I do kind of 2 upper body days, and well, technically 3, but on my first one, I start with more of a horizontal chest press. And then for this push day, I try to start with some sort of shoulder. So it's either an overhead press. It was an overhead press last training block. This one, I'm actually starting with a lateral raise. So lateral raise of choice. Then I have a chest press of choice. And I can go in, which is cool, on my app and see, like, so this is what I'm going to be trying to do. It's going to be a machine lateral raise, ideally, if it's not taken. And I'm going to be trying to work and progress on these numbers. And then I can see my next exercise, so chest press of choice. I did a low incline Smith machine press, so I might fuck around with that if that's available. If not, I'll find something else. I have a lengthened rear delt of choice, so again, staying flexible. Last week, I did a single arm cable rear delt fly. Then I have a fly or dip. I'm going to try to do a dip, so just body weight dips, progressing on that one. And then I'm going to finish off with a triceps of choice, which what did I do? Did an overhead. What was a week ago? August. Yeah, so I did an overhead rope tricep extension last week. So I'll mess around with that one as well today. So that's what's on the agenda today. I will be back with my post-workout meal, which is just a protein shake smoothie type of deal. So see you soon. All right, we're back from the poll day. I am drinking, this is just about 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. And for all of you out there that are unaware, the timing of creatine does not really matter. I do it generally post-workout just because it's on my mind, but you can do it in the morning, you can do it pre, you can do it. It doesn't really fucking matter. It doesn't work like in terms of like helping any performance enhancing properties before or after anything like that. In fact, actually, a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, but I've seen a good amount of people recommend not taking it before, just because some people have some GI distress. So leaving it for either earlier in the day or after your workout is probably better, depending on how sensitive your stomach is. So I'm going to drink this, and then I'm going to get this smoothie going. So I have the old food scale and everything. So right now I am using milk, and again, I'm going to put all these macros there. I will most likely be swapping milk out. You can see I don't even know if there's enough for a full serving. I'm going to be swapping this guy out for some sort of like almond milk or Carb Master, just to save some calories, because I don't notice a difference in taste, and again, it saves some calories. So always got to check. Nope, we're all good. No cottage cheese there. So yeah, so I have, this is 148 milliliters. 1 cup is 240. So let me see if I could milliliters, and then we'll go 149. Oh my god. All right, 149 milliliters there of milk. Ba-boom. Okay, and then we're hitting up with the fruits. This is just a Daybreak blend from Costco, but I rotate between fruit, okay? So I usually do about 1.5 servings of this. 1 serving is 140, so I will go 210 grams on this bad boy. Swap to grams. There we go. Okay, so we're going 210. 210. Ah. 210. 210. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. There we go. And then for my protein, I'm going to weigh this guy out too, and I usually do about 1.5 servings here. So I'm actually going to do 1.75 servings just because I didn't have as much milk this time. So serving is 31 grams. So I'm going to do about 50 grams protein here. Okay. 31, 38, 44, 49. There's 53. Cool beans. All right, so 53. I'm going to add a little bit of water of this just so it's not insanely chunky. And yeah, sip on this guy. I'll have all the macros on the screen. All right, I'm back for another meal. This is what? Coffee, breakfast, smoothie, and now this is just a little snack. I don't always do this one. This is kind of depending on how I'm feeling, hunger levels, and also what else I have going on activity-wise. I'm going to try to get a run here in probably about 45-ish minutes or so. If it doesn't rain, it just started like thunderstorming like crazy. So generally, if I know I'll have a run, I'll fuel up a little bit more just so I don't have an empty stomach and just put some calories in me. So I'm going to eat this. This is this little cheese salami thing combo guy. I think it's about 150 calories. I'll put the macros up here, and then I will see you for my next meal. All right, update. I'm obviously running, so I got lucky with the rain. I'm about 2.8 Ks in right now. I'll probably go to 4.5-ish, and this is just a cruiser, trying to stay kind of zone 2-ish, 130 to 155, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you at dinner. Final meal of the night. It's 8:05, a little bit later than I normally eat. Normally, I'm eating my dinner, meal 4, whatever, between 7 and 8. Today is a little bit earlier, or sorry, a little bit later, so here's what we got. So this is a taco salad. I need to work on my presentation skills, but that's okay. So yeah, so essentially just 88% ground beef. That's one thing that if you needed to cut calories more, I'd definitely go leaner than that, but I just get the cheap stuff from Costco. That, white rice. I'm trying refried black beans for the first time on this one. And I'll put obviously all the serving size and macros up here, and then I literally just throw a bunch of tomatoes, lettuce in there, essentially just veg to add volume, and then a dollop, hate that word, a dollop of this guy here. And then I just kind of mess around with different sauces, like literally blindfold, close my eyes, choosing you today. Just throw different stuff in there. Just helps so you don't run into kind of taste fatigue. So here we go. All right, little voiceover action here. So this is my last little dessert that I wanted for the night. So this is not an every night occasion, but tonight I felt like it. So there you go. So it's a pudding, some berries, and some Cool Whip. I will throw all the macros on the screen, and that is going to be it for today's day of eating. All right, so here's the breakdown for the day, so you can see kind of the complete macros. Calories, 2415 for the day, 216 grams of carbs, 91 grams of fat, and 200 grams of protein. So this is fairly normal for me right now, and believe it or not, I've actually lost 5 pounds in the last 2 weeks with my macros right around this. Please keep in mind though, this is just my macros. Yours might be entirely different. So I like these videos to get different ideas and stuff like that, but just take all this information with a grain of salt because this may or may not work for you. And I will essentially just keep going down this route and checking my weights. And then when things start to slow down, I will determine if I want to modify calories or modify my kind of energy output. So appreciate you all watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if there's any other video ideas you want me to touch on.